In the first video, we had talked about the role of businesses and people. Let's quickly summarize. We had said that people provide labor to businesses, and in return for the labor, businesses give people money, known as income. And with that income, people buy goods from these businesses, and the money is given back to businesses, known as expenditure. So the point is that the money goes from businesses to people and then back to businesses. So it's circulating in the system. Now we'll talk about the role of government as well as leakages and injections. Leakages are things that are leaving the system. So the money leaving the system. Injection is money coming into the system. So from this system of businesses and people, both pay taxes. Businesses pay things like corporation tax, people pay things like income tax to the government. This is known as a leakage because the money is leaving the system. The money that's paid in taxes has left the system, it's now gone to the government. But it's not all bad news because the government doesn't keep taxes. Instead, government returns it back in what's known as government spending. So what's government spending? Government spending is things like spending money for the infrastructure, providing security for its citizens, known as defense, so army, providing education, healthcare, lots of other things. So when they provide these services back, that's an injection coming into the system because that means there's money coming back into the system. The reason money is coming back is because when government's building infrastructure, for example, it has to employ people. And when it employs people, that means it's paying money to these people, which means the money is coming back. The same applies to defense, education, and healthcare. The point is the money is coming back into the system. Another leakage is when people start saving money. So the income that they would have earned, they spend some of it on goods and services, but some money they save. That saving is now sitting in a bank, which means it's not circulating. So that's known as a leakage. But it's not all bad news because banks then lend that money to businesses, and the lending is seen as an injection into the economy because the money is coming back. So one could argue that injections are great and leakages are bad, but if you didn't have leakages, you probably wouldn't have injections either. So if people didn't save money, how would the bank lend money if they didn't have any money from savings?